Welcome to Daza on World of Madness. The sun is rising over our rather strange half-disc, and as we look down, it's been 3 weeks. Have I been doing anything? Yes, we have floors! And in fact, they're still loading in. Hopefully it won't take too long. But yeah, we've got floors at every level, all the way up to the top, and lots of torches. Far too many torches, but let's have a look and see what we've got. One little detail you can see is that I've put rounded corners on these things now. It gives this whole thing a kind of an impression of almost a theatre, which is a bit weird considering that in the middle of the theatre is my bed. But it gives us a nice sort of echo of the rounded shape of the walls and the obviously that disc and the rose window and everything. I've kept that ladder at the back, although I have already started just using the stairs for everything. It just seems more convenient. We've got now a floor at this level. I don't think we had before. I think this was just still the open beams going across. So inevitably I needed to get lots and lots of diorite and andesite. So there was lots of mining. Got a few more heads. What have we got? Well, we've certainly got a skelly. We didn't have that before. Actually, no, we had one, because we got the Skelly Gate. That's the Pillager Gate. Down there, other side. Got a couple of zombies. I've updated the map so that you can see how it looks now from above. But yeah, that's the main thing. It's now got some structure. Now, this looks, I think, quite grand from this direction. As you look here, you can see these rounded corners building up. And I particularly wanted to have the archway visible from these floors while you are standing here. So it's kind of unobstructed. So you can kind of stand here and you can still see the archway. And as we make our way up and miss the stairs, so obviously missing the stairs is very important. We make our way up. I wanted to have stairs going up to the next level, but I kind of wanted them to be framed. So I straight away had this idea that we would have stairs going up this way, but not too close, because I still wanted to be able to see the front of the wall there. So now we're on this level, which raises the question of what we're going to do to connect these sections together. Now, a very naive approach is simply to make this a quarter sphere, and to come down like that and actually have this as just the general roof and say that's it, that's the top of the capsule. That to me is an ambitious, and also I really don't fancy doing a quarter sphere. I did know a builder once who loved making spheres all the time. You know, you leave him alone for 15 minutes and he'd be off making a giant sphere somewhere. But I don't want to do that here. I also don't want to limit myself, so I'm still thinking, how can I bring the cylinder still going upwards up to this circular surface? One thought is, remember what I said about turrets? Maybe actually bring this out, not as a quarter sphere, but rather bring this out as a cylinder in its own right, intersecting with this cylinder, so they come up to what essentially will be a kind of pointed angle like that, and then from there we can build some turrets and towers upwards, which I think is a little bit more interesting, and it also makes it a bit more interesting from an internal construction point of view, because if you're trying to make everything fitting into a sphere, the trouble is that as the floors get closer to the top, they become very weird shapes, and you end up with walls that slant inwards at awkward angles. And I've tried to deal with that in other builds, and it's always awkward. Much better if you've got at least some walls that go straight up, and I think that idea will achieve that. So in order to make this happen, the main point is that we need to put in some construction, the usual construction. It really just needs to go out as a diagonal kind of ellipse in space, 45 degrees out like that. I won't do that now, because this is just an opportunity really to show you what I've been doing and to tell you a bit about the other stuff that's been going on. Basically, things have been very busy with work and the usual excuse. But also, my EP I have finished. I have got it recorded and everything. The artist that's doing the cover is doing some final revisions, and once that is complete, then it will be released. And it's kind of unlocked the musical idea part of my brain, and I've been thinking more about, you know, new ideas that I can do, possibly for a future one. But while I've been trying to get this out of the door, particularly because I'm collaborating with other people on it, you know, it's not like I'm dealing with just my own time frame. I kind of have an obligation to try and make things done, get things done in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, now if you see it from this angle, I don't think you can really maybe see, because of course you just see this big disc. It would probably make more sense the other way, but of course the idea is to have the whole thing there and then have towers come up at that side. As I explained before, we can't really have towers come up here because they'll obscure the sunlight coming into the farms, which is a problem. We could have them here, but that would just mess up the interior view of that internal kind of vaulted area, which I think would be a bit of a shame. And then we've got the space. I feel like this arboretum is almost going to... I think that's a fixture now. I do think that's a fixture. So sun is setting, we're on the partial hill. I think this gives a better clue of what I'm actually after. So the roof will be basically like this. It will come out like this. The cylinder will continue going upwards like that, and then it will be square, coming along like that. But these surfaces will still be round. And then we'll be able to have turrets coming up a bit further. Actually, I'm a bit concerned now I look at that maybe the turrets will look a bit industrial, like it's got smokestacks. But hey, maybe it's got smokestacks. We never said it didn't. I mean, what is this thing anyway? We just call it the capsule. It makes no sense. It's floating above the water. What does it do? It's a mystery. Now, chicken, you know, where did you come from? Oh, I suppose you're a natural chicken. Hey, Skelly. Hey, Skelly. All right. I didn't kill you, but I'll take your stuff. Have we got too many chickens at the moment? I ended up with far... How did he get out there? Alright, we're going to thin out these a bit. Oh, come on, you've got to sit. That's better. That's more like it. Chicken scream. There we go. Presumably I don't have to explain the egg catapult. It's quite a simple piece of redstone. I don't generally do complicated redstone. Just a clock and a dispenser to forcibly hatch chickens. It's not as sophisticated as that one I built in the past, where it would actually capture the eggs as well and route them back into the system. I couldn't be bothered to build a load of hoppers underneath. So there we go, that's basically what I've been up to over the past 3 weeks. I'd like to start doing more of these shorter videos, actually, because I got to the point where I was just sitting here waiting, thinking, I need to do that video, I need to do another video, I better not build any more, because otherwise I'll waste it for the next video. But also, you don't want a long video about what you've just built. So, anyway, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you again next time.